Ooh, that's hot. Good morning, amigos. Dr. Doug here at BodyTrust.com. Ran into a funny little article here. It's a study, and the writer says, this is in Science Daily, and it's from Duke University. What made humans the fat primate? Quote, end quote. And they're saying, well, changes in DNA packaging curbed our body's ability to turn bad fat into good fats. And they go on and on into DNA, and they're looking for the cause, of course, of obesity so they can find a drug that will cure it, and they'll be all rich, multi-billionaires. But the fact is that humans are not the fat primate. We have the ability to get fat. But throughout human history and in many places in the world today, people never get fat, rarely get fat. It's only been since the 70s that the obesity epidemic started rising. And that, of course, goes right along with the economic depression that started in 1971, when wages were stagnant, but profits were more difficult to make, so they kept rising at the expense of working people not making enough money to keep up. So all of that economic stress causes people to overeat. And I've seen study after study. Every month there's a new study about how people of lower economic status tend to be heavier in rich fat countries like the United States, for example, where I live. So, and of course it all started here in the United States. This obesity epidemic. People use food to calm down, to feel better up here. They feel better down here because if you get bloated. If you do that, if you overeat regularly, you'll feel bloated regularly, and that means you're putting on weight. So your body tells you, don't do this unless you want to get weight and get fat for winter, when you need to be sleeping, right? Being fat is people's protection against winter and famine. So when you need to be calm, you need low energy, sleeping all the time. Uh, the trouble is that people are not doing that, and so they're fat, but they're running around and having 2 jobs and kids and everything else. So this causes a lot of heat, and that heat causes an awful lot of problems, as we'll see in other episodes, as I pointed out before. So no, we are not the fat primate. We are primates struggling in a very stressful atmosphere and trying to do the best we can. So, food is yin. It's heavy. And all this yang that's rising up from hurrying and worrying and overeating itself causes heat because it's stagnation. Stagnation causes heat. All this heat rising up is excess yang, so the yin pushes it down. That's how we explain this in Chinese medicine, why eating food pushes down that yang and makes us feel better up here. In Western terms, of course, you've got an estrogen, which fat cells secrete. So the bigger the fat cells, the more estrogen. Estrogen does all kinds of calming things for us. It's very yin, and it calms that yang down, estrogen, right? Estriol is the form. In addition, that when we eat, that stimulates dopamine in the brain, and that's your instant reward, instant gratification thing. It's from the taste and the smell and the texture that sends that little thing going beep beep. So, and when there's plenty of calories and yet low economic status, you've got the rise of obesity, and it's happening now in nearly every culture in the world, at least nearly every country. So anyway, fat primate, no, I don't think so. Have a great day. Hasta mañana, amigos.